Hey everyone, it's Raj from 3CB Performance. Today's topic is Portland Trailblazer center Enes Kanter, who suffered a separated left shoulder during the first quarter of the team's Game 5 series-ending win against the Oklahoma City Thunder when he collided hard with OKC's Steven Adams. He was listed as questionable heading into Game 1 of Portland's second-round series against the Denver Nuggets and ended up playing, and very well at that. With Kanter greening it out for his team and giving it everything he's got, I wanted to help explain his injury and what exactly he's likely going through. So let's start with the injury itself. A quote-unquote shoulder separation doesn't actually have to do with the shoulder joint, also known as the glenohumeral joint. For example, Enes dislocated the same left shoulder in 2014, but it's a completely different, commonly confused injury. Rather, a shoulder separation refers to a sprain at the acromioclavicular or AC joint. This joint is where the scapula or shoulder blade meets the clavicle. The joint has ligaments, think of them like rubber bands that stretch in tension to help stabilize the joint. However, when the joint takes on more stress than the ligaments can handle, they end up stretching and tearing. That's what happened to Kanter. These AC joint sprains are generally classified into 6 different grades, each corresponding to a higher level of severity. Based on Kanter being told by team doctors that this injury would normally take roughly a month to heal, but still being allowed to play, my educated guess is that he has a grade 2 AC joint separation, which is a partial tear of the acromioclavicular ligament and or the corticoclavicular ligaments. The joint is still considered stable after a grade 2 injury, which is why he's being allowed to play. However, even though the joint is stable, the injury is still really painful because the AC joint is critical during basketball, as it plays a major role in shoulder stability and most shoulder movements. There were numerous times in Game 1 versus Denver where you could see Kanter grabbing at the shoulder after basic moves. Further, it's even tougher for a big like Enes, who's tasked with playing in crowded areas and taking more contact than a perimeter player. This is an injury that makes simple daily activities like reaching or grabbing quite painful, so what he's doing is not easy by any means. Further, he and the medical staff have to walk a tightrope of risk-reward here because like any other ligament injury, there's the risk of making it worse if he gets hit hard again or puts too much stress through it. For example, after he went up for a two-hand dunk in Game 1 and had an instant pain response, Kanter immediately pointed to his head like, I have to be smarter than that. The team will certainly be assessing and reassessing his status on a daily basis to play it by ear. It's truly a day-to-day thing. The good news here, however, is that once the playoffs are over, the injury typically heals very well in roughly 5 to 6 weeks. There is an increased risk for re-injury moving forward, but typically no long-term effects on performance with appropriate rehab and ongoing strengthening. It's not considered a severe injury, but trying to play through it in the short term is extremely painful. I'm never one to condone playing through injury, but at the same time, I completely understand the competitive drive and team sacrifice that is driving Kanter's decision. That does it for this video, and you can always find me on Instagram and Twitter at 3CB Performance. My goal is to provide you with in-depth, thoughtful, evidence-based content, so please like, share, comment, and sub to the channel. Thanks for watching. 3CB out.